is presented by Toyota.
Welcome to Sports Nation. I'm Marcel Smalley, joined by LZ Granderson. That wasn't Black China.
That wasn't Black China?
No, that wasn't her.
Okay.
And my boy Yada I mean, he's slacking right now, but he'll join us later. So LZ, fully hydrated from that 4th of July. If you can see a little puff around here.
I'm still eating the ribs.
You still got leftovers?
I still got ribs, yo, and potato salad.
So, Detroit, let it go, y'all. Let's get started with Beast of the East. Question mark, I say. Because Gordon Hayward has decided to ditch Utah and take his talents to Boston. Celtics were the #1 seed in the East last season, but got smashed by the Cavs in the conference finals. So, LZ, will Gordon Hayward really help the Celtics take down the mighty Cavs?
Absolutely. In 2019.
Oh, I was about to say finish. Absolutely not.
In 2019, when Bron is gone.
Okay.
Then they'll be able to smash all they want to.
Yeah.
Look, I'm happy for Gordon. You know, it's a good opportunity to get back with his old college coach. I'm assuming they're really close. It's a good organization. They got great pieces in place. But as long as LeBron is healthy, and as long as Kyrie's his #2, they just don't have enough. But this is the long game, right?
Respect.
And in the long game, you're going to assume that either LeBron's going to get older eventually.
You think he would show wear and tear one day, right?
One day. Or he's going to be gone after 2018, in which case you get to be the true beast of the East, because with Gordon Hayward, they're the definitive #2. Last season, they were the questionable #2. Now they're definitely #2, and when Bron is gone, they'll be #1.
Yeah, I mean, look, Boston's DNA right now and their game plan has really been for the future, and it still is for the future. As much as they were the #1 seed last year and had some championship expectations, they're not ready for the present as long as you see Cleveland out there in the East. And LeBron is just saying, hey, you guys just made some lateral moves. You brought in Gordon Hayward. You think you really closed the gap. But in reality, you got to lose some players that you're going to need to give you the depth to beat our top, heavy, talented Cleveland roster. So right now, I see Boston probably being the #1 seed again because LeBron doesn't care about the regular season as much as other teams. But then when they get to the playoffs and see each other, same fate.
It's still early. We do need to see how much Jaylen Brown has progressed. He's looking fantastic.
He looked good when he got some
preseason
minutes.
during the little rookie games, but, you know, that's summer league.
And he looked good in the postseason with the minutes he got. You can see that there's something there. At the same time, you can't mature fully while you're on the court against LeBron James. Like, that has to already occur before you see him in the conference finals. We saw it coming last year. We knew that they were going to get smacked down. They got smacked down again. So let's stick with the Celtics and talk a little more. And Jason Tatum, who's been balling also right now. He's been putting in work during the summer league and found himself in the middle of the Lakers-Celtics rivalry. When asked about his style of play, he told a reporter his favorite player is Lakers legend Kobe Bryant. Well, at least it used to be before he became a Celtic. So, LZ, you really believe that Jason Tatum says Kobe Bryant no longer his favorite player?
No, of course it's still Kobe. You saw those highlights. Who in the Celtics team have you ever seen ball like that? Maybe Reggie Lewis from like 30 years ago. Maybe.
Oh, yeah, you're going back.
I'm going way back. So it's like, come on, man. Once you're a Kobe fan, you're always a Kobe fan, unless he does something like, you know, leave for Boston and then you burn his jersey.
I thought you were going somewhere else.
No.
Okay, good. All right. Well, look. This is a kissing baby statement, and I hate when athletes got to go there and get on the podium, get all PC. Keep it real. Keep it locker room. You're still a Kobe fan. I was a huge John Elway fan, and my first game ever in NFL was against the Denver Broncos. I was a huge Bronco fan, Elway fan. You think I threw it out because I was now on the field against this guy? And you're not even going to play against Kobe. So the reason to throw it out is senseless because Kobe was your inspiration to get to this point. He's still going to be your inspiration, even though you're in the league and Kobe's now retired.
Marcellus, I'm a little confused, though, because shouldn't your affection be for his defensive players? I mean, you love Romo, you love John Elmo. Did you want to be a quarterback and you couldn't actually throw the ball like Tebow?
Okay. You get to my point. All right, look, I grew up as a track star and a running back. I was a tall, slender dude. Keyshawn's in trouble. I'm trying to tell y'all. Keyshawn in trouble.
I don't know.
No, I'm a national champion in track. I am a national record holder in track.
Weren't you 12 years old?
I will send you pictures.
Were you 12?
14, 12, 13, and 14. Then this start taking over all this fat. But other than that, I always wanted to be an offensive running back. Eric Dickerson, John Elway, those were my guys. I thought I was going to be an offensive player if I ever made it to the league. So you calm down with your investigation.
I'm just asking questions.
All right, y'all.
Pay attention.
Keep this thing rolling with some more bad news since you're going to spoil my dreams. Let's go with 3 jeers. And the first jeer is for this dude named Adam Gittleman. You know who he is, LZ? Yeah, me either.
What is
Major League Lacrosse right here, and look at Gittleman.
Wait, is that a thing? Oh!
All that good grass, and then they stand right there.
That is not Major League.
No. You got to stay woke, as they say in the streets right now. You got to stay woke.
Oh, he's still asleep.
Man, some dusty grass right around there. Need to get out that net. And 2 cheers for Joanna Gonta. Joanna at Wimbledon. Gonta takes a tumble. I'm sorry, Joanna. I'm not guilty, Joanna.
She got hit by one of those flying ants.
Joanna, it wasn't me. Oh, man. And 3 cheers for Shane Whittington. NBA Summer League.
No, Beetle, no.
Whittington messed up the fast break. And then Summer League, you know what's about to happen.
Look at that.
Gotta go.
That's an assist.
Papa Bitch gonna get a text. Hey, Whittington, nah, B. All right, coming up after the break, the Cavs have had a lackluster offseason, and now reports are surfacing they lowball Chauncey Billups, my boy, during contract negotiations. We gotta talk about that.
That's a shame.
That's messed up. Treat a brother bad out there. This is Sports Nation.
Toyota.
Welcome back to Sports Nation. Al Hassan is in the house. Finally decided to join us, huh?
When are you going to finally decide to start telling the truth, man?
About?
All these stories about you being a track champ and all that. I haven't seen one newspaper clip, one YouTube clip, nothing. Not a trophy.
Okay.
Not a gym shoe.
I'll start telling the truth when you start ironing them damn shirts. So anyway, let's get on to this. Got him a little bit late right there. Let's talk some more basketball since you here,
Okay.
Let's talk about Gordon Hayward, who agreed to join the Celtics, but there's a catch. The Celtics currently don't have enough money to sign him under the cap to his 4-year, $128 million contract they agreed to, so Boston has to get rid of some dudes to make room. Now, look at how much Hayward is going to cost the Celtics.
Not Jonas.
And they still have to move more players.
James Young.
Celtics giving up too much for this dude?
No. Let's start with why they had to give up all this, right?
What?
Because when they first went into this, they thought the salary cap was going to be about $2 million higher than when it actually landed. We all thought it was going to be north of 100, turned out to be 99. So what ends up happening is you do all of that, and you still have $300,000 left that you got to shave somewhere. So you basically got to trade Marcus Smart or Jay Crowder or Avery Bradley into space and not get anything back.
Just one or a combo of those players?
You got to trade one of those guys plus do all those things that we just showed on that graph.
That's a lot of defense going on.
Right.
There's a lot.
So the question is, did they do too much? Maybe, but long-term, this is obviously the better play because all these guys that they're giving up long-term aren't great world beaters that you can't replace.
Avery Bradley looked good in the postseason.
He definitely did, but again, if you tell me Avery Bradley or Gordon Hayward, and Avery Bradley only got 1 year left on his deal, and Gordon Hayward, now we have him for 4 years, I'd take Gordon Hayward there. I mean, everything about Gordon Hayward is a better situation.
Yes, and remember, if you give up Marcus Smart, if you give up Avery Bradley, you still just drafted 2 very good wing players who have a lot of defensive promise themselves. So, on the short term, they weren't going to beat the Cavs anyway.
There you go.
So this is about 2019.
Right.
This is like when LeBron is gone. Exactly. Yep. What are we going to do?
Do you agree with that? Like right now, all their moves are just lateral in the sense that they're not going to close the gap?
They're not lateral. They close the gap. It's just the gap is like this, and they've closed like this much. Now, if they gotten Paul George, which was the plan was to get Hayward and then trade for Paul George or Jimmy Butler or one of those other guys.
Then the gap is like
now
this.
The gap is a lot smaller. But they couldn't have done those deals until after they secured that Gordon Hayward would be here. Right. So.
And remember, the Cleveland did sign Jose Calderon, so the gap is not.
The gap went back up a little bit. Gap went back up. That's true.
So we're still seeing that Boston's going to be the #1 seed, but still lose to the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. Is that what you're thinking?
I would say that's a pretty accurate description.
In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if they lost in 5 again. But it just won't be blowouts.
Yeah, and the other thing also you got to remember, Marcel, it's the thing I always talk about that you didn't like when I talk about the Clippers. You got to be there to be able to take advantage of something bad happening to them. Maybe Kyrie gets the flu. Maybe LeBron, gets lost on the way to the arena and then decides to pick up tennis.
That damn kill.
Maybe
Yeah, so the 4th edition of the finals and the 4th edition, we're going to see the same Eastern Conference Finals. All right, let's move on and talk about Cleveland and the chaotic Cavs. As you know now.
I see you, Chauncey.
Our own Chauncey Billups turned down the Cavs president.
What is Jalen wearing? That's a Django.
According
That's how we do it in the D, baby.
And Mark Spears,
That's how we do
Cleveland
it.
offered Billups $2 million annually, which is half of the $4 million starting point that those guys usually earn. Amin, are you okay with that offer? The low ball offer?
Hell no. Like, this is how to ruin a great situation in 10 Days or Less starring Dan Gilbert, right? He went from having, okay, we get it, they're not as good as the Warriors, but they were competitive, right? To some extent.
Yep.
And David Griffin, whatever you want to say about him, he was a deal maker. When they had their sights on somebody, they end up getting their man and didn't really give up too much to do it in 3 straight years of transactions. You're in the middle of trying to get Jimmy Butler and or Paul George. This man who is a deal maker says, by the way, why am I one of the bottom third in the league in terms of payment?
Question.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not saying I got to be the highest paid GM, but you can't get me at least the average or above average or top 10. That's kind of harsh. And your response is, you don't like it, hit the bricks. While this man is trying to get you Jimmy Butler, not smart. But no matter. You say, I got someone else I'm going to bring in. Watch this. I'm going to get Chauncey Billups, respected by LeBron, loved by players everywhere. He's going to come in. He's going to set everything right. You lowball that man, too? What is your problem, my man?
You know what? I'm not mad at Dan Gilbert for this situation. And think about it. It's custom. If we're going to give LeBron all the credit and we're going to criticize him also being the GM of that team, then guess what? That role is a shared responsibility because it's all based on the demands of LeBron James. I understand that you want to give him a fair salary, but Chauncey Billups, with no experience in the front office, I'm not giving you average or above average when I can try and get you coming off the heels of Phil Jackson overpaid. I'm underpaying the next guy.
To me, this says that Dan Gilbert truly doesn't understand or appreciate what it means to form a basketball team. That's what it says to me.
Sounds like LeBron has found out how to do that as well.
Their loss, our gain.
Or let's see.
Have it
All right, next up, let's talk about it. My boy. Things are about to get real for the Ball family. According to Deadline.com, the Balls are the star in a Facebook-produced reality TV series. Family is no stranger to the cameras. Most recently, of course, the Balls appeared on WWE Monday Night Raw. I mean, must-watch TV, son.
Of course, except for the fact it's on Facebook, and I don't have Facebook, so I'm gonna have to steal somebody's login to watch this.
Well, that's easy. You can get Facebook like that. Come on, man.
I'm not trying. I don't want those. I don't want those aunties all in my mentions, right?
It's 2017. Ain't that hard? 2 billion people are on Facebook.
It's 2017. Facebook is so 2012.
Can you make it 2 billion in one? Because 2 billion people are already on the day.
For the Ball family, I might. Do we have a name for the show though?
Having a ball?
I don't know. Oh, having a ball.
Wow. You like that?
Ball out.
Ball out.
I don't know.
No, but no. This. Look. They are made for TV. LeVar's made for TV.
Preach.
And the Suns know their role within that ecosystem of goofing around and stuff. So we saw it on Raw. We saw it with the ESPN.com clip that we had earlier this year when they went and visited him at the house. We see it when he's grilling and talking trash while he's grilling chicken in his backyard. One thing you can say about LeVar Ball, love him or hate him, interesting, and you want to watch him.
Yeah, I can't see how anyone could hate this idea or hate LeVar Ball. Look, the guy is eccentric, gregarious. He talks in slogans like it's hilarious.
He dunked all over you.
That didn't really happen like that. Y'all ain't show the shot I made, whatever. But then you think about the family dynamic.
And the foul.
You can't even write this as a script. This dude, man, this dude. I forget all what I got to say.
Did he dance?
Yeah, he hit me with that. But think about the mental dynamic. Look at the family dynamic. You got one son going to NBA, 2 that are going to go to UCLA. Mom is coming off of a brain tumor and surgery. And so the whole dynamic of how this is highs and lows is all there. And it's on Facebook. No borders from network TV saying, we don't want to see that. We don't want to do that. And it's accessible. You could go on anytime and log on and see this. To me, it's a genius move.
The thing that I like about it is that you mentioned it. The kids actually have talent in something. Yeah. So it isn't just famous for being famous. They're actually famous because
Say who you talking about then, LZ?
I'm not talking about nobody.
Baby Boo Boo? What's her name? Baby Boo Boo?
No. I'll just say my example rhymes with Ardashian.
Oh, no, that's talent right there. You a hater there.
Sorry.
That is talent. If you can make something out of nothing, talent right there.
That is something out of something.
Yeah, straight from the streets of Calabasas ass.
And let's talk my sport and bring it home with Andrew Luck, who's been one of the top-ranked quarterbacks in the league. And he's ruled the AFC South, but Marcus Mariota, on the rise. 33 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I said 0 for his career in the red zone. Even led the Titans to the first winning record since 2011. Our ESPN.com AFC South reporters raised the question, Mariota or Luck? Who's going to be better this season?
I think I'm going with Luck. I'm going with the sure thing, man. Mariota, I've always, ever since he was at Oregon, I always had the feeling the game manager. Those are the words that go.
Ooh, you are wrong.
I'm a little bit, yeah, a little bit of a hater there.
Save yourself from this ignorance you're spewing right now.
But look, I'm all in. I'm bought in on Luck, all the hype, everything. The guy can do it with his feet. He can do it with his arm. What's not to like?
Well, I'll tell you what's not to like. Injuries and injuries and interceptions.
So that's Andrew Luck.
Yeah, so to me, it's Mariota. Look, Mariota had his injuries as well, but the guy, it protects the football much better than Andrew Luck. He may not have the peaks. He may not have the peaks in terms of athleticism and talent, but he's so consistent.
Yeah,
he's so reliable. And he's an athletic freak, too. Don't let him fool you. He's fast now. Don't let any of that fool you.
If Matty Ice had actually managed the Super Bowl game, they would have actually won the Super Bowl. So there's nothing wrong with having a manager, someone who actually understands how to keep time running, when it's time to take a timeout, which plays to run, when to change the run. He can do all of that. The thing that I like about Mariota is that the players actually say that he's the better player. When the NFL did that 100
they
top
just
players,
haters.
They can see.
No. They can see.
They know the real.
Andrew Luck holds onto the ball just a little too long.
Yep.
Mariota, he makes decisions even in tight situations. 33 touchdowns, no interception in the red zone for a guy who's only in his second year.
Say it.
That's stellar.
You got anything else to me?
Stella Artois.
Coming up after the break, Joey Chestnut set the Nathan's hot dog eating contest record.
Oh, man.
72 hot dogs in 10 minutes. Oh, I feel sorry for that bathroom. Ooh.
Oh, man.
What can y'all eat?
Sports Nation.